Does anybody else feel like you are constantly stressed out? Like there's always something that's bothering you, whether it's that person at work who just drives you insane, or your kids who won't listen to you, or your partner who's giving you a hard time that day. Stress is everywhere. So I wanted to share with you guys some new tips I learned on how to de-stress. I'm Dr. Rena Malik, a urologist and pelvic surgeon, and typically what you'll find here is content about urology. But today I wanted to share this with you guys because I just thought it was so great and so applicable, and I wanted to share it with all of my audience. I recently read this book called Burnout: The Secret to Unlocking the Stress Cycle by Emily Nagoski and Amelia Nagoski. And she describes what's called the stress cycle. And what happens is when you have these stressful moments in life, you just sometimes have to grit your teeth, grin and bear it, ignore it, but you still have that stress in your body and you haven't really gotten rid of it in any way. And if you don't get rid of it over time, that can lead to burnout. And so what she describes is ways to complete the stress cycle. And actually some of these ways are as quick as 6 seconds. No joke, 6 seconds. So the most efficient way to actually break the stress cycle is physical activity. So yes, if you think about it, in primitive times, if you encountered a stressor in the wild, you would run away from it. And that would trigger to your body that you are running away or getting away from the stressor. So doing this for about 20 to 60 minutes a day is a very effective and efficient way to get rid of stress. But what if you can't exercise? So she describes this thing in the book called body-based therapies. And this was what really got me, because I see so many patients who can't move well enough to exercise, have too much chronic pain, or just hate it, right? They're not gonna do it. So she describes this thing about lying in bed and essentially clenching each and every muscle really, really strongly, and then releasing it. And starting from your feet, moving all the way up to your head. And the key is that when you are clenching those muscles, you're actually visualizing the stressor and destroying that stressor, however that may be, beating it up or, destroying it essentially. And that is as effective as exercise. So I thought that was really cool. A couple of the other things that she mentions is affection. So affection is a great way because it tells your body that you're safe, you're loved. And one of these ways is actually a 6-second kiss. Yes, a 6-second kiss. When you kiss somebody for 6 seconds, that's an awkwardly long time. It's exactly what she describes it, but it really is true. If you go ahead and kiss your partner for 6 seconds, just do it, just try it. And you will notice that it's not a normal length. It's too long for a kiss that you would give to anyone that you didn't feel safe with. It's allowing your body to realize like, hey, I do feel safe because I'm kissing someone for that long. Another way is actually a 20-second hug. So I do this with my kids all the time. The key is to hug where you're kind of standing on your own center of gravity, as is the person you're hugging, and hug them for 20 seconds. And I will tell you, it works amazingly. I feel completely relaxed after giving my kids a 20-second hug. And then in the same vein as affection, having a positive social interaction. So for example, you are walking into an elevator with a couple other people, and you notice that you really like that person's hairstyle or earrings or shoes, and just comment on it. Just tell them that, hey, I like this. Almost all the time, that will generate a positive response and you will have a positive interaction. You wouldn't do that if you were stressed. So it tells your body, hey, I'm okay. Things are okay in life because I'm having this positive social interaction. Another really simple way is to just breathe. What do you mean by just breathe, right? But it's actually a technique that I've seen used many, many times. But the way she describes it in the book is you take a deep breath in for 5 seconds, slow and steady, hold it for 5 seconds, and then blow out for 10 seconds, and then hold it there again for 5 seconds. But really, I think the length of it doesn't matter. It's actually, the inhale is about half the length as the out breath. And this really does work. Seriously, if you're stressed anywhere, anytime, take a second, take a breath, do it that way. It's actually not a normal breathing pattern, so it will be a little bit different for you, but it absolutely works. And you do a few cleansing breaths and you will notice that your stress level is decreasing. And lastly, creative expression. So what does that mean? Well, doing anything that brings you joy that's creative, whether it's writing songs, listening to music, writing in a journal, doing a puzzle, knitting, any of those things, anything that you find that gives your brain a creative outlet will also help you feel safe, feel comfortable, and help reduce stress. So I hope that was really helpful to you. If you enjoyed this video, please comment down below. Let me know that you enjoyed it and if you want more content like this. I'm Dr. Rena Malik, and as always, remember to take care of yourself because you're worth it.